We're not trying to come down hard on people. We're just trying to get the law obeyed and to get a proper and fair playing ground for everyone.
Huntsville's city attorney explaining why short-term rentals are on his radar. And now more property owners are getting cease and desist orders. Theater One reporter Jim Abbott joins us live now in studio. And Jim, why this sudden change?
Well, Nicole, I talked with one owner tonight, and he said he kind of felt like the city was suddenly cracking down, especially over the last couple of years. He had to close his rental, but the city says nothing has really changed as far as they're concerned. The circumstances have. Housing growth has been a boon for both locals and outside investors wanting to make some extra money off short-term rentals in the city. But it's the sudden growth of those short-term rentals over the last 2 years that's taken city leaders a little by surprise. Homeowners have increasingly complained to the city about their new part-time neighbors who are living next door for a weekend, week, or longer.
It's just really another form of having a Holiday Inn or a Hampton Inn in your neighborhood. You wouldn't, there's nothing wrong with those, but you wouldn't want one right next door to you in your neighborhood.
Too much noise or too many vehicles prompt many of the complaints, but they've led to city leaders discovering that dozens of short-term rental owners are not following the law. And at times, that's led to lawsuits against the owners. To date, about 40 of them.
We're not anti-short-term rentals. It's just like any activity, though, it needs to be done properly and within the confines of the law.
Lawsuits are the last resort. Before that stage, and more common, are cease and desist orders because owners aren't doing one or more of 3 requirements to operate. The rentals have to be in an area that's zoned for hotels or motels, not just residential. Owners need a business license, and they need to pay city and state lodging taxes. So, why aren't some owners following the law?
Some of them don't know. Some of them they know, but they just don't do that. And then, someone tells on them or they get called, and then, you address that with them.
If their properties are only zoned residential, many of those owners simply shut them down. Riley says the vast majority of owners want to follow the rules, and then the city helps them navigate the steps to operate legally. And to do that, they work out a consent decree or agreement with the city and the court.
But it sets those obligations and shows them what they need to do to operate validly if they're able to do so.
Now, if you're interested in owning a short-term rental in the city, the first thing you should do is go to the city's zoning office. They will help walk you through to figure out first whether the property you're planning to have is in a proper zone, and if it is, then they will walk you through the next steps to see if you can set it up and then how to do that. Live in studio with coverage you can count on, Jim Abbott, WAAY 31 News.